Serial copycat, I want my money back. Honestly, tell me who you wanna be. Rockstar, rockstar, rockstar. Give me that rockstar, rockstar, rockstar. Give me that rockstar, rockstar, rockstar. Give me that. Come by it honestly. What the hell is wrong with me?
Can you hear me now? Hi, test 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. I do want to apologize beforehand. Yes, I'm the commentator for this match. I have lost, and joining with me is going to be Snow. But here's the disclaimer: my usual mic is not working properly right now due to some hardware issues. I think if you guys know the TTI match we had yesterday, you would know about the incident. So I am commentating through my phone right now. Hello.
Surely it's fine.
I'm going to disintegrate actually.
I guess, bro. I don't know if there's another warm-up. Maybe once. Okay. No other warm-up, but it's okay. So it's gonna be everyone's favorite team, 6-7, and Dame Unker. We're just waiting for rolls.
What you want, not what you ask for. Sitting on money is what I stand for. It ain't that deep, the beat so shallow. Chose my path to walk the straight narrow. Mama broke days, trying to get something, a whole lot of nothing. For the big bucks, you can't play yes, I'ma make them pay ya. Better wake up, cause the weeks they sleep. When the money talk, listen, it ain't cheap.
10 roll. That's always wonderful to see.
Wonderful. Let's see if we will ever get a 1 roll or a 100 roll in this tournament.
It has to happen eventually, right?
Surely.
Like 100 matches. I feel like blue team's probably
You can't just go lower than 10 like that.
Bro. I guess.
Fucking.
Well, I think they're gonna I think it's like first ban or first pick. I think red team's gonna get that option. And I would probably say just go for like first pick, just because your opponent might ban your ban. At least that's my rule of thumb usually.
Yeah.
Let me check the last match to see if you guys have had, because I'm not too familiar with them. I do know blue is going to be a little bit more like ricey when it comes to like overall with Yuna and Happer.
I just realized I am severely underprepared for this. Usually if I'm on a PC, I would have like 2 tabs opening for the statistics, but I'm on my phone right now, so I cannot do that.
Okay. It looks like they're both probably kind of even when it comes to like Helen, so it might just be more of like a rice battle in general. Okay, so they go for the first ban. I would assume they're probably gonna ban maybe one of the Ellens, one of the hybrids.
I assume from what you're saying that both teams are rice biased,
Yeah.
or is it like a rice versus LN battle?
It's more that the rice bias. I mean, both of them, they can set okay scores on the LNs, but I don't think it's more of like kind of like a gamble between both of them if they go for the LN in general.
Low-key, if that's the case, then it would be... It's pretty controversial, but it's kind of funny to just ban one of the rices, because, well, you ban the other team's best skill set. Despite that not being your weakest skill set, I think it's more reasonable because, well, both teams are already not inclined to pick LNs.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll just have to see though, especially just given the option that it's like it's first to 6, so that like, they have to win older rice as well, depending on like who has like the better overall ratio. Take a little bit for the bands, but surely we'll get one soon. I guess it might be like that area where like they don't really know what to ban, just because like rice is kind of like accuracy focused for both of them, and then like we said earlier, the LN's hybrids are too much of like a gamble.
The banning is taking a while.
Serial copycat, I want my money back. Honestly, tell me who you wanna be.
I think maybe one of them maybe disconnected. Okay, rice 5 ban.
Let's go.
I mean, I guess if they're worried about like the raw accuracy. Maybe they might ban Ellen too. I know like Happer tends to have a little bit of trouble when it comes to density. Okay, no. Yeah, they tend to have a little bit of trouble when it comes to like density. So it might be like one of like the weaker Ellens to pick, at least from their side. But I'm not too sure. Oh, Hybrid 2. Okay.
Hybrid 2.
They're just banning older Jack picks, I guess.
I think the funny thing is that Hybrid 2 is kind of a unique skill set by itself, although if you are weak at shields, and you may be more inclined to ban LN3, so it probably might be something with the specific patterning itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like LN3 might have been a bit better, because I know Yuna is like really weak, like in comparison to like the other skill sets, when it comes to shields in general, they struggle a little bit more on it. I'm not too sure with Happer, but I do know LN3 could be really risky for them at least.
Serial copycat, I want my money back. Honestly, tell me who you wanna be.
Iris 2.
I did notice that 6-7, the team, is significantly better than the other team in terms of LN, at least in qualifiers. Like their average speed is like more than double. So I think 6-7 doesn't really have an incentive to ban LN.
Yeah, I guess.
In fact, it might be actually in their favor, even though their performance is fairly average.
Yeah, we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Just because, like, I mean, I think in comparison to like qualifiers, the LNs are a little bit harder. So maybe picking these will make it more like accuracy focused, which might be a little bit concerning for either of them, maybe. I mean, you could argue that the density one was accuracy focused.
Fair enough. I think both are. Phase 2 is harder than the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
stage 5 is easier. So there's not really an actual reference in qualifiers. I mean, the closest we have is the Route 16 map pool, but even then, I think this route spikes up a decent amount.
Yeah, a little bit. I think for both of them already up though.
Wait, this route is Route 16, never mind. I think I accidentally set this route as quarterfinals.
Oh, oops. But here we go, finally getting into the first pick. Hopefully they didn't lose their worm. Waiting for this intro to pass by, and then we'll kind of jump into this. It's not too constant, so there's like a little bit of kind of like break time in a sense between like the streams. You know,
Our first stream is. Oh, never mind.
Right?
Statistically, I think Brandy would do better, at least according to the qualifiers result, because they have a better seed, but they're actually pretty close. And for a stage like Jump Stream, even a distance of 15-ish placements could be like a result of maybe a miss, which is kind of inevitable, especially because, well, everyone's nervous in qualifiers.
Yeah, that's definitely something to take into consideration. But I guess like especially in like a match like this one that's like a loser's bracket, there's definitely gonna be some nerves in there. And we start to see the actually getting a little bit closer, especially as the penalty does get a little bit on the denser side.
Yeah. The accuracy gap is closing down quite a lot. I think maybe.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Brandy's surpassed. More so Nino dropping accuracy very slowly. And
yeah. It might be just like the density that's like starting to like increase a little bit, so it's starting to become a little bit too much. Especially a section like this one that's just hand stream.
Yeah, I think this is more so like a stamina management thing, because the map is fairly backloaded, and usually players are still fine playing Jump Stream without dropping misses, but the best indicator is usually like the ratio getting worse and worse. And you can see here there's a lot more 300s coming from Nino than Brandy.
Yeah, I mean, Nino's been staying very, very consistent overall, so it is a good sign for them. And especially as like we're slowly getting to the ending. Ooh, that was like almost like a column lock. Like a 50 there.
It's fine. Everything surely is going to be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like that standard factor we mentioned earlier starts to kick in a little bit more. Especially as the UR starts to look a little bit on the messier side compared to earlier. And especially with that huge like 50.
Low-key, Nino wouldn't have won even without that 50 anyways, because, yeah, they're totally out-ratioed, and the 200 count is also there, so...
It's fairly close.
I think this could serve as good data because maybe it decentivized 67 to pick a consistency map, as you see the ratio and just general stamina management is way better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense why Rise 5 was banned, just because Rise 5 is kind of like that consistency area, especially just given that it's core jet. But I guess with that pick out of the way, I could see either Rice... Okay, never mind, L1 2. I was gonna say either Rice 1 or Rice 6.
I would say an LN because again 6-7 did significantly better in terms of LN. Wait, hold on.
It's
This is
Blue pick.
not 6-7's
Yeah.
pick. What?
Yeah, that's why I was like really confused. Yeah, I assume Yuna's gonna stay in for this one, just because I know Happer struggles a little bit more when it comes to density.
I don't know what to infer from this pick, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know, because the issue is like, I just feel that the LNs are really risky overall, and then, like you said earlier, 6-7 did get a little bit better scoring like in qualifiers when it came to like the LN. And I guess you could say maybe this is like almost the same difficulty as like the density. Maybe like they still have like that kind of comfy patterning. But it's just like that length and also just the fact that it's not as continuous as like the qualifier. With Tony off to the chorus, but they seem fairly close so far. I guess we'll just kind of have to wait for like the later density sections, especially with some of the patterning here. It's a little bit tricky at times. Yeah, it's starting to smash now.
It seems like this is fairly even so far. Like it all comes down to like a nerf test.
Yeah, I think it's just
Maybe this is
200s.
This might actually be a mind game of some sort.
It could be. I'm not too sure, honestly. I mean, so far, 6-7's still in the lead, but not even by that much. I think it might have just been like a grade or two coming from Yuna's side that might have dropped the accuracy. So we're getting back into things slowly but surely. And he actually is getting a little bit closer now. I think Lexpo just dropped to 200 or so.
Yeah, I would say this pick is fairly comfortable. Maybe a bit undershot, but I wouldn't really say for everyone because I am an L1 player, so
Yeah.
it might be easy for me, but
I think maybe
who knows?
I think the physicality is a little bit high, but it makes up for it in terms of like the comfortability in terms of acting it. I think that's the best way of kind of saying it. Unless we see a miss, I think it's gonna go on the side of 6-7 though.
Both teams' first picks have been on the opponent's favor,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny to see.
Yeah, I definitely expect Blue to probably stay away from the Ellens now, especially just given how this went. I mean, the ratios
Well,
and grades
both
weren't that
teams
far.
have them. I think both teams have something to learn from this interaction.
Yeah, definitely. But it is 6-7's pick now, so we can kind of go back at it. And I would assume maybe they go for an LN, or maybe even like hybrid 1. Okay, LN 3. I guess that makes sense.
Yep. As we expected, now we can switch to LNs. This is a pretty good pick because it aligns with Blue Team's ban of Hybrid 2, which is also shooty.
Yeah, especially just given that this one's like really control based as well, it's gonna be a lot scarier. And if it's like the same people in, I would assume that the actually might have a little bit of distance. At least I had to pick like this one. Let's see a switch in. Yeah, we see a switch in, okay. Maybe it can work out. I feel like the thing with this one too, though, is just the fact that it's kind of misbait in a sense.
It is a bit misspaced, yeah. This is probably the most control-heavy pick of the entire map pool.
Yeah, it's easily.
Again, it's not like it's that physical. It's still on the round 16 territory, so both players are probably able to FC this in ideal conditions. So this probably comes down to nerves.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe the accuracy too. We start to see a little bit already, but it is only the beginning.
Sure, that also counts.
Yeah, we see a huge drop on Happer's side. Yeah, it's kind of what I was saying earlier, though. I think like the Ellens for. Oh, never mind.
Whoa. Well, what did I say?
I was gonna say I felt like this was a really like
What?
scary pick for blue, but maybe not.
Let's also notice that the red team's accuracy is actually higher than blue team's.
Barely though.
I mean that does tell us something though. Misses in Oceania, even in Score V2, is just not something anyone wants to get at all.
Yeah, I think Red's miss was like kind of dirty though. Like I think they went from like a 0.7-ish all the way to like that 0.5 area.
Yeah. Loki, I think there's still a chance for Red to come back because it seems like Hacker is still dropping pretty constantly.
Yeah, you start to see the lead close in just a little bit. It's starting to get into that 3-digit area. Yeah, it's literally switching. It's just fighting between who has the lead. Unless they see another miss, I think it might go towards Red.
Please do not miss right now. I would actually like gouge my eyes out if you actually miss right now, Mr. Lexpo, whatever pronoun you go for.
I think they'll be fine. Yeah, they're fine now.
Let's go. Wouldn't it be funny if somehow Red Team misses on that final LN?
It would be funny. I don't think it would change anything though.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you can kind of see it though. The ratio and the grade count definitely being really far apart. It's just that miss that really brought it close.
Which is unfortunate, and it also kind of serves as a reminder, kind of a warning that you cannot offer to this.
Yeah, definitely. But it's Blue's pick now. I would assume maybe they go for Rice 1 or Rice 6, just given how Rice 2 went. Rice 3. I guess it could work. I mean, it's still within that streamy area.
I think Race 3 is the best one, yeah, because it's the most consistent map, and some may argue that Rice 6 is more consistent, but it's a very hard pick, and 6-7 got 4th place in stage 7, which is supposed to be the utmost hardest pick of the qualifiers map pool. So I do believe that 6-7 has the upper hand in roll skill. It's not very wise to pick the boss map against them.
Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, that makes sense, son. I guess this could work. I guess we just have to be really careful with like the remaining rice picks, especially given that one was banned. I think if they want to have a chance, they probably need to bring it towards a breakpoint on one of the elements or hybrids. I'm not too sure. So far this intro though, nothing too intense. This sort of just kind of these jump stream sections, slowly moving into like more stream focused areas. The only thing with this one is that it is a little bit choky in terms of like 200s, so if one of them aren't careful enough, that could maybe be the deciding factor, especially given the accuracy.
I know this map has a few mini jacks here and there, so it definitely could happen. Although right now, in terms of MA, everyone is pretty equal.
Yeah.
In fact, Nino had the upper hand before, but Brandy just so happened to gain back all the losses. And okay, Nino just dropped a lot of 200s. Oh man, this is not good.
That kind of makes me wonder though, like, maybe Rice 6 definitely has a chance. Yeah, I mean, Yuna's still holding like a near 10-1. Becomes like the rolls, the inverse rolls. Oh, that unfortunate.
Congratulations for the miss. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, so like it looks funny. That's it.
Yeah, it's a little funny, but it's unfortunate.
$994.4.
And an SS, holy.
Good ratio. Hooray! Well, I guess both teams learned from their mistakes, and now their points go to their teams.
Bringing it back to tie though, I would assume we're just gonna see this kind of constant like LN Rice. I guess eventually we have to move into the hybrids too though.
Yeah. Although I would say the hybrids might be 50-50 because aside from LN3, I think both teams are actually not that far away from each other in the LN territory. Everyone is alright. I would have expected LN1, but maybe there's something about it. Who knows?
I mean, if we base it off how density went, I don't think it's that far stretched to say that this might be a good pick.
Fair enough. Thank you.
I mean, they both focus on that stream, like, density jump stream section. Does make a lot of sense. I'm just waiting for them to ready up. It looks like we'll be seeing Happer this time though.
Loki, I really hope to see 6-7 winning this because if they don't, then it's probably beyond saving in terms of like in the hybrids because we still have hybrid 3 left, which is somewhat similar in the sense that it's a bit streamy.
Yeah, I
I mean,
guess
it's still a hybrid, but
yeah. I guess like the thing with Hybrid 3. I guess it's more kind of like dump focus with some burst. But then again, I mean this chart also features like some burst as well.
yeah. I mean, I would say hybrid 3 bursts are. Hybrid 1 is like mainly jump stream as patterns
Yeah.
and some burst. For hybrid 3, it's mainly burst with some mini jacks.
Yeah.
So the dynamic is very different. I wouldn't say these are inferible.
Yeah, there's still a chance
L2
for it's to be
and-
other.
L2 and hybrid 1 is a very good inference flow because they're very similar. Both are very stream heavy with some streams in between, like single streams, fast bursts.
Yeah, and you also
Really,
get
no
that
one's gonna
other
kill on the
factor.
right.
But both of them making it past the split rolls, which probably would be like the biggest choke point within like this entire file, especially just given split rolls in general.
I guess. Although I would say maybe the speed LN parts are more of an issue. Like this one, for example, especially for Happy Gamer. Look at all these 200. Oh my god, what is
You
happening?
literally cursed him, bro.
No, it's just it's inevitable. It's bound to happen. Haha, I did not do anything.
But blame lot, guys. Blame lot. Blame lot.
Hi guys, to support the tournament and its franchise, you can hashtag banlot. B and L are capitalized. BL also stands for boil up, by the way, which is basically me and someone somewhere. So please also support our marriage. Hi guys.
Yeah, but as we close things off, Lexra's gonna take this point.
Congratulations to both players for surviving the ending rise, which is pretty notorious. But oh well, nothing's going to change anyways. Nothing's going to deter you from the massive combo break right on the chorus that I did not curse at all. Definitely.
Yeah, but it is Blue's pick now. And Rice 4. That's an interesting pick.
Low-key, Rice
could work.
4. Rice 4 is kind of jump streamy, so
Yeah.
maybe.
It's like mixed. It's like
Question mark.
mixed.
Yeah, it's a mixed map.
I guess it could
I mean,
work.
you can argue it. I mean, you can argue the hardest parts are the tech parts because, well, I mean, they are harder to execute, but there's still a lot of physicality from the jump streams,
Yeah.
so it would still be enough of a mixed pick, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting back into the kind of dynamic Nino and Yuna playing the Rice.
Everyone has to do their picks perfectly to get to the tiebreaker. I'd say the tiebreaker might be interesting because we all know that this is going to be a Rise versus Allen matchup, so maybe the Allen team can win it over the tiebreaker, but the thing is, we know that 6-7... Actually, no, let me check again. Okay, 6-7 is good at both Allens and the raw skill stage, the raw skill aspect, because, well, again, seed 4 in stage 7.
Yeah.
So this tiebreaker might be in favor of 6-7.
I mean,
No
one thing
further
too,
comments, though, I don't know.
One thing too is like the tiebreaker is like extremely jack biased in comparison to something like stage 7, which focused a little bit more on like kind of a dynamic range.
Wait, give me a little bit. I saw someone dropping their do. I need to pick it up.
on. So far, Yuna getting back that lead after a slight drop on the kind of jump grace. And to the break part, both their accuracies being fairly even. But I'd imagine it's gonna slowly change as we start to get into like this second half of the chart, which, I mean, you can kind of already tell it's gonna be a little bit more on the kind of backloaded side. Fluctuating between both players though. And here we go. Both players bringing it back to that 990 range. It's probably just gonna come down to a potential 200.
Hi guys.
Hello. Made it
Very even.
Yeah. Ooh, that drops though.
Please.
Yeah, here we
You
go.
got this. Randy.
Ooh, that burst. Oh, these bursts are so deadly for both of them.
Everything is just a nerf test right now. I mean, this pick is probably the quintessential nerf test because it's the most
It's double
inconsistent.
digits. Why is it
Oh my
single
god,
digits?
now
Why is it
970 for
single?
both of them.
Why is it the single
What is
digits?
going on?
Oh my god, this is so close. Literally one 200 will switch it up. Oh my god, this is so close. So as we're getting to like this jump streamy area.
No one must drop. Even 300s now count because this part is just jump stream and hand stream.
Oh my
It's
god.
so consistent. Who's going to win? Oh my god! What? 136 for 200 from both teams. It comes down to 300.
7 perfect.
This is why you train your NA.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Oh.
6-7 got 1 point from their opponent's pick because they had just a bit of an edge in NA.
Jesus, that must be scary. Oh, that's really bad, especially given that there's more Ellen picks left, and they only need 2 points left to close it off.
Team Blue needs to somehow get a break point because this is not good at all. This is just absolutely nasty.
Hybrid 3, I was gonna say this maybe Hybrid 3 is the potential pick that they could get a breakpoint on, but I'm not too sure. It's still kind of risky. I don't know, I feel like maybe Yuno might play this one. Just given that's on the Techner side. I'm not too sure.
Hybrid 3 is a very one-in-a-kind map in the context of this map pool, so there's not really a good part of reference aside from, well, one team being clearly better at LN.
Yeah, it looks like Lexpo and Yuna beating each other again on this one. God, this is so scary. I don't know who's gonna have the advantage on this one. Just cause like I feel like I guess besides LN3, which I'm a little bit wary of pulling LN3 tech, this is probably like the only tech pick we have in this pool.
I love my techs.
It's already up though.
I wouldn't say this is like maximized abrasion, but
Yeah.
it's still good for a tech map.
Yeah,
Attack
it's like
hybrid and attack map in general.
Yeah, it's in there. It's not fully there, but it gets there.
It shall satiate the tech player's urge for now.
Yeah, but currently as we get through this section. Lexpo dropping a little bit early on, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much now, at least.
For this map, everything comes down to the choruses because, well, it's the only hard part. This one is very atmospheric otherwise. Although some may want to mention the Allen coordination parts before each choruses.
Yeah, you get like these kind of like wally patterns as well.
Classically, this kind of counts as Allen coordination, but our Allen skill sets have evolved, so these should not be hard to hit unless you're like super duper weak at Allen.
Yeah, but here we go into the dump sections. You're not dropping a lot though.
I think Brandy dropped a lot in the Allied coordination parts actually, which is very unfortunate, like what I said again.
Yeah, but we still have these like techier sections where maybe we could see a drop from Lexpo. I mean, we saw how LN3 went.
Yeah. Especially because this part contains a lot of tricky mini jacks, like one-handed movement.
Yeah, I think if we want to see a miss, it has to be like now, because we're almost ending this course off, and like the other courses don't get hard physically, but in terms of accuracy, they do get hard.
Yeah. I guess not really physically, but like technicality-wise, because those mini jacks are probably the most abrasive you will get in this map. The rest is mostly streams, Allen streams, or both.
Yeah, we're slowly building back up into the second half of this, the second chorus. I would assume both their accuracies are probably going to drop a little bit. I mean, maybe Yuna's able to kind of stay in their area, just given that the accuracy is on like the lower side compared to Lexpo. But they're gonna have to really hope from a miss. I don't even think one miss is enough. I think it would have to be like 2 misses.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
and this is a miss, but not the miss we wanted.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, especially as we get to this ending. I mean, there's nothing that either of them are gonna miss on.
So many ironies right here, because Brandy does way better on the actual hard parts, but drops a lot on the Allen coordination part that's supposed to be not hard at all.
Yeah.
So this is actually a very good pick from Red Team. It's just probably not their strongest performance. 991k though. Nothing bad about it.
Yeah, it's a good score on the side of Lexpo. But it is Blue's pick. Honestly, don't really know.
Now the blue team will pick their Rice because there's nothing else left to pick aside from LN1, which is arguably the worst pick for them, considering its slow LN coordination wall.
Maybe they could go for Rice 6 if they want to go for like the consistency factor.
I mean, sure. Not gonna lie, I think both maps are consistent. At least in terms of like patterning, but none of them is particularly like super accuracy pilled, because Rice 1 is speed, which is the most anti-accuracy raw skill pick, and Rice 6 is a boss pick. I mean, Rice 6 was pick anyways, so
I think this could work. You know, if you just play this one, he just has to be really careful.
I mean, there's nothing else left aside from Rice One, so
Yeah.
it has to work. This is so close right now. But I did notice that the accuracy of both players are very consistent. Like
Yeah, that's one good thing.
instead of getting progressively worse, like Lexpo in Rice 2, everyone is actually like doing equally well throughout the 2-ish minutes so far.
Oh my god.
Okay, what just happened on Brandy's side? What? Oh my god.
Oh my god,
We're
we
having
need
a
to see something
situation.
happen.
We're having a situation.
It's so close! It's literally Rice Pro all over again. Oh,
Clearly, Brandy is not doing as good because in the split second at 99.73 on both players, Brandy is dropping on to 9.72 more. So clearly, someone is worse unless something happens at the ending.
I think there's such a...
Oh
that's
god.
so close! I don't know who has this.
Oh god, I'm having split vision right now.
48!
40!
48!
What's it? Congratulations to 6-7, but what?
What? Oh my god, it was literally just a few perfects.
Guys, train your MA. Look at what's happened.
Oh my
It's the difference of It was a difference of seven 300s, and now we have this. This is like a margin of 300s.
Oh my god, dude. This match does not look like a 6-2.
Holy shit! I mean, damn. This was supposed to be kind of close, but I did not expect it to be close this way.
Yeah. God dang.
Initially, I expected like a tiebreaker of sorts, but like this broke my expectations of like a tie. The way that it absolutely did not tie score wise, but in the individual performance, it's a gap of so little scores.
Oh my god. That's the way to conclude a match. I guess we could end things off.
Now everyone has to remember 3 numbers: 6, 7, 3, 1, and 4, 8.